Salt rocks. Take it with a grain of salt. If your friend told you to eat rocks, would you? Perhaps you will take what they say with a grain of salt. This means that you shall not trust that everything you hear is true. When you eat salt, you actually are eating a rock. Well, it's a mineral, to be more exact. It comes in little crystals. Hey, my name is Crystal too. It may surprise you to learn just how important this little white mineral can be. Well, you are about to read a whole book on it. First of all, there is salt in your body right now. In fact, without salt you will die. People and animals need salt to live. Your body uses salt to make your muscles move and to help your blood flow. Salt also helps you make good use of the food you eat and controls the water inside you. It even keeps your heart beating. If you have too little salt in you, you may feel tired or dizzy. But putting too much salt inside, you can make you sick. Over many years, too much salt can make your heart and other parts of your body weak. Many foods already have a lot of salt in them, but sometimes people add more salt for seasoning. Salt is not known as a spice because it does not come from a plant. But salt and the spices both add flavor to food. Sodium is another word for salt. One little spoonful of salt has as much sodium as your body needs for a whole day. The label on the food or drink package tells you how much sodium it has. If there is a lot of salt, there will be a lot of sodium. A lot of people try to eat foods low in sodium. They know that too much of it can be harmful. You may have seen foods marked low in sodium. Don't rub salt in the wood. Salt can do much more than make food taste better. A common use is to keep food from spoiling. Long ago, there were no refrigerators or cans to keep food fresh. So people put salt on meat and soaked vegetables in salt water. It helped them preserve the food so they could eat it later. But be aware, salt is not a magic tool. Once food spoils, salt will not make it safe to eat again. Will you put salt in your milk? Probably not. People once tried to keep milk from going bad by adding salt to it. Yuck! This did not work very well. Fortunately, we have discovered many other uses for salt. Salt of the earth. Salt is a natural material called sodium chloride. It is found all over the world and it comes in little clear crystals called grains. In nature, large groups of salt grains stick together and form rocks. Rocks of salt are often white, like the salt you eat. But I bet you didn't know that salt rocks can also be brown, orange, or even pink. Back to the salt mines. Salt is found all over the world, can be found in the sea and on the land. But it is hard to get the salt from these places. Much of the salt in the world is dissolved in ocean water. To get the salt out, people in the past heated large pots of salt water over fires. Others filled pans with ocean water. The heat from the fire or the sun made the water evaporate. The salt crystals stayed behind. People do not only get salt from the oceans. There are few places in the world where runs of white salt lay right on the ground. You could pick one up, crush it, and sprinkle it right onto a bowl of popcorn. But these places are rare. Most salt on land is buried deep underground. When people found salt buried underground, they dug it out and used it. If there was a lot of salt and it was deep, workers would dig a mine. People living in Germany hundreds of years built a salt mine inside their mountains. Men broke off large rocks of salt with strong tools. They used animals to haul it out to the village. Giant wooden slides brought the workers down into the mine and helped pull out the heavy salt rocks. Today, there is a huge salt bed beneath parts of the United States and Canada. One of the biggest salt mines in the world is under the city of Detroit, Michigan. There are about 50 miles of underground roads made of salt. The salt mine is as deep as the height of tall buildings. Are you worth your salt? Salt was hard to get in most places 2,000 years ago. It was very expensive and had to be kept locked up. Salt was so expensive that some people were paid with salt instead of money. Today, salt is very cheap and easy to find. Many places give it away for free. You see it on the table at most restaurants. Much of the salt used today is not used with food. Salt makes it harder for water comes from mines onto icy roads and crashing, and people from sleeping. Imagine a visitor from 2,000 years ago seeing a huge truck just dumping precious salt on a road. Be happy you live in a time when salt is easy to find. Your body needs salt to live. That's crystal clear. You do not have to take that fact with a grain of salt.